Hello everyone, this is Flammy and welcome back. We are here with part 4 of my base build. So, part 4, what does that mean? Well, we are working on building a new base for Derp. This is my Town Hall 8 base, so we are actually getting pretty close to Town Hall 9, but I decided to redesign it now because we got a couple weeks left, and this is also something I've been meaning to do for a while, so that's another great reason to redo it. And yeah, we're going to be redesigning in this video. So if you missed out on the previous ones, I deconstructed my previous base, and I started building it up, and this is where we've gotten to so far. We've got sort of the critical core center right here, then we are working this outer ring just at the end of the last video, and those are very sort of temporary placements, but they will be in single defensive wall segments, such as like this circle over here. That's what they're going to be surrounded by. Oops, close that. Alright, but first, we are going to go on the offensive and try to get some more gold. So I guess I've been saying all these videos along, we're going for gold, we're going for gold, we're going for gold. Well, what are we probably going to spend it on? Well, we're probably going to spend it on Tesla. So yeah, an 8-day, very slow, rather expensive at 2 million gold Tesla, but that is what we have to do. So, got our army queued up, got a couple extra giants, but that's alright. I ended up donating a bunch of archers to my clan, it just finished some 2 extra giants, but that's alright, it works out. So, I still have extra minions, so I'll work on spending those, and I realized I accidentally queued them last time. Last time I was trying to search, and it kept crashing on me, so hopefully it does not repeat. That would be unfortunate. So, here we go, cross our fingers for luck, both for good bases, like this one, and for other, no crashing. Alright, so I'm looking at this. This is interesting. So the gold is pretty much exclusively going to be in the storages, and the storages are nice and spread out. Defenses are fairly well upgraded. If I attack this guy, it's going to be interesting. Actually, I got more than 2 extra giants. I got 4 extra giants. Wonder how that happened. Should we go for it, guys? Should we go for it? Should we go for it? Should we go for it? Yeah, sure. Let's go for a challenge base. I don't know how my infantry is going to do against this. Let's decide what side to attack from. I think I want to attack into this side up here first. It's got the clan castle I want to take out. It's got the higher level mortar. I want to take out both of those right off the bat. So my giants are going to be primarily used for distraction, so I'm not going to deploy them all at once. We're going to spread them out. But let's stop talking and start deploying. Archers, go. Archers, go. Go. Go, go, go. Just start killing stuff that's free to kill, and then we'll start going. So I'm going to deploy 7 of these guys. And then a whole bunch of barbarians. About half of them, maybe a bit less. And then a bunch of archers. So we are going to also start wall breakering in here. And the goal of this is to get our guys into the center as easily and quickly as possible. So that right there should be, actually those are perfectly targeted. Perfect. So that actually breaks all the way into the center. And before I get distracted, we should deploy more. Nope, don't surrender. That would be bad. Yes, more guys. So I'm going to deploy the rest of these guys primarily, and we're going to see how far we can get. I'm pretty new to this sort of style of attack. Haven't done this in a while, so it's a little bit of experimentation for me as well. Shouldn't have to use too many more wall breakers. Should we send in the Barbarian King? Yeah, let's do it. And then go in with this. I don't have any goblins. Wow, this composition is really screwed up, I'm just realizing. I would have really wished to have some goblins right now, because we broke into the center. That would be really beneficial. However, we do have some minions, but that is not good, because we have air defenses on both sides, which we cannot deal with. So we got 1 gold storage, that's for sure, and we've got the 2 elixir storages. Gonna lose a bunch of archers to the mortars here. How we doing? How we doing? Not bad. Not bad. So, actually, I think I talked about this briefly in the last video, but I wanted to talk about spells. And spells, I actually want to get rid of these spells because I simply do not want to have 3 lightnings. Perhaps 2 lightnings. So I think I'm going to get rid of 2 lightnings, and the most cost-effective way just to throw away spells is to throw them away on top of storages. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, and see how much we get. 77,000 down to 44,000. So that is 33,000. So that doesn't quite pay for them, but it's pretty much the best way to get rid of spells that you don't quite need. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So why do I not want them? Well, I want to convert them to other types of spells, which will help out in more situations. 3 lightnings is really, really good when you have these two situations. That's why I had them before, and they are 1, taking out specific air defenses. That was something I needed to deal with when I was using my healer giants, so that was good for that. And 2, the other situation was they're really good for hitting dark elixir storages. I don't have obviously very many dark elixir storages to hit when I'm down at this trophy count, so those 2 purposes are completely irrelevant right now. So I'm going to go replace them with some other spells which are more beneficial to infantry. So to start us off, let's go ahead and find their spell factory and queue those up and get those going. Spell factory, I probably just looked right past it. There it is. Alright. So we've got several other options here, and I'm thinking I'm just going to go with 1 of each. So heal spell is good whenever you have guys facing a wizard tower, especially infantry. It'll just keep them alive versus at least slow it down. It's also good if you want to deploy your giants in a bunch to keep them alive as well. So that's a heal spell. Now, raid spell is also great because it's going to speed up our guys, help them avoid things like mortar hits that are coming down due to the speed, as well as, of course, they do more damage, so they get through buildings faster and just keep on moving. So I'm going to do my second spell as a rage spell. Alright, awesome. That's going to be that for the attack, but to prepare us for the next one, let's go queue up stuff real fast. We have got, like I said, a really screwed up composition from what I was trying to do, so let's fix it. Wall breakers are going to be the first priority. And then we've got goblins. How many goblins? Ooh, tough choice. I'd say 30 goblins at least. Maybe 35 or 40. Yeah, let's go up to 35. So 20 in here. And 15 in here. And let's look at the timing. So that's 13 minutes out. And then this is not quite 13 minutes out. So you know what? I'm actually going to add these in here. And take out this for 11, and take out this for 14. Okay, and then I'm going to add those 7 over here. I think I need to add barbarians, so I should only have 40-ish. Whoa, 40. No, maybe it's 40, that's queued. 12, 10, so that's 22, and then I've got 10 completed, so that's 32. Yeah, I want to have about 20 more barbarians. So how many supply do we have? I think it's 17? Yeah, 17. So let's go do barbarians for that. So let's up this to 12 minutes. And then we might have to balance this out again, but should be relatively close. I'm looking at the total time to train. Yes, this needs to be rebalanced. How many can we go up to hit 11? So 7. So that means I should take out 3 or 4, or 2 from each of these. And 3 from the last one. Alright, that took a minute, but now we're even trained up. It's going to take a minute. That's actually probably one of the longer ones. I deployed everything here, so there's that. Now, where's my Barbarian King? I'm actually curious how long it's going to take. 1 hour, 17 minutes left. Alright, good to know. So there's that, too. I also deployed my clan castle, guys, so let's be sure to request. And let's keep placing. So what I'm going to place currently is a couple last walls that are going to define my critical core defenses. So that will help me then place my outer ones. And it will also help me define to you guys, fully explain which ones I consider my most important defenses. And why I consider them my most important defenses? Well, they're worth the most to protect, and in terms of either defensive value that they provide, or in terms of offensive value, or storage value for a resource, just straight value. Value sounds sort of funny, but there's that. Oh, come on, I'm having trouble dragging. Every time I go to drag my screen, it dragged my wall sideways, and every time I went to drag my wall sideways, it dragged my screen. Alright, so that's that, finishing that corner. Need some 3 more. Let's see if I have any more purples. Yes, we got 3 down here. Perfect. Thank you, clanmates, for the archers. I'm actually not currently in my normal clan. I'm currently visiting a friend. I'll be back in my normal clan Reddit very soon. Alright, that goes there. That looks pretty good. And then let's take a couple random walls to go here and wrap this up. Alright. Is that good? I think that's good. Extra wall, get rid of that. Alright, so I'm checking inside, see how these walls are looking, and they are looking great. So the goal of this is indeed to protect everything I value. So storages, clan castle, defenses. So the defenses are all wizards and mortars, and I'm going to adjust the exact placement later. But this wall layout is going to allow me to just swap out defenses very easily. They all should be relatively equal, and I'm going to work on where exactly which one goes later. For now, though, that's my center. I'm probably going to adjust even things down to the wall levels later, but for now, we're good. Alright, where does that leave us? That leaves me going to do the outside defenses. So how I position these is actually very important. And the primary thing I'm going to be looking at is, well, one, I laid these out in this order, so I would have pretty equal placement in terms of stuff being around the outsides. What I also did was so they're alternating cannons and archer towers and air defenses and barbarian kings. So basically my air defenses spread out to equally cover everything, and my cannons archers alternate so they have good archer tower coverage, which has slightly longer range and of course can shoot air. So basically trying to make all sides of my base equal. So what to do? What to look at. So to look at now, I'm looking at wall breakers and how wall breakers are going to interact with these defenses. So this is actually a very important thing, and I'm going to throw in certain Teslas to balance them out in cases where they're not perfectly balanced. So what do I mean by wall breakers? So here is, let's find a good example right here. Alright, so if I put walls right here, actually I'll just put some in for demonstration purposes. So if I take these three walls and put them right here, this corner right here, this demonstrates what would happen if I sort of just put walls as is where the defenses are currently laid out. These walls would all come together on this one critical wall that I have selected. This is bad. It's not terrible, but it's bad. I want to avoid this because one wall breaker taking out this one wall would open up this compartment, this compartment, this compartment, and this compartment. So yes, I want to avoid that. Now, what is that's a terrible situation. What's a bad situation? So this here, I'm going to do it again, just use some walls to demonstrate. This right here is a bad situation. So it's not, this corner's not critical, but because of the new wall breaker splash, any wall breaker targeting one of these would probably target the other one as well. There's certain situations where it wouldn't, so if it came in on this side targeting this side, it might not do splash. It depends on how it lines up with this wall and this wall. So that's why it's not terrible, but it is bad. We want to avoid both of those situations if possible. So let's kick these walls back out, and then we can start looking at how we're going to line these walls up, focusing on these specific interior walls. And then let's move these three out as well. Alright, so let's start. Where should we start? Let's start here on the ends because this is a flat side. We're going to start by alternating these so that they do not match up at all. So that goes there. So this right there, this means this segment right that is imaginary and would go right here. Actually, I'll just put it in for funsies because it's going to stay there. This segment that goes right there and connects to here is perfect because any wall breakers targeting this wall I currently have selected will not hit either this compartment or this corner. So yeah, that's ideal. We're going to try to do that around as much of the base as possible. On this side is pretty easy to do, so we'll do this right here, here, and here. And that layout is pretty simple. Now, alright, that's pretty good. Let's look at these two sides, how they connect. So if we had that there, for example, and then had this here, that doesn't quite work. So you see that we'd have a wall that would connect to here, and that's adjacent to this one, so not ideal. So let's line up this with that, this with that, and then perhaps, how can we deal with the corners? We could have like things like air bombs. That's not a bad idea. So yeah, let's leave that there for now. I might refine the corners later. Alright, now for this part. I do have Teslas, I'm not forgetting about them. I'm going to use them to space out when needed. So if we did the Barbarian King here, that could be good. That could work out. I'm liking the looks of that. And do that there. And do this here. Alright, that looks good. Now, beyond that, we can do air defense here. Here? Yeah, here. And, ooh, that's rough. So I don't want a wall connecting to there, necessarily. Well, I guess it's alright, because it's not sharing compartment with the third. So that compartment right here, this corner, would be sharing between 3, but not 4. No, I want this to be down 1, though. I think this is going to be where I'm going to put at least 1 Tesla in this corner. So I'm trying to place it so that this will work well in terms of walls. So if we place a Tesla here, what if we place another one here? Just trying to see here. I'm moving it so I can keep the green active. Yeah, I'm liking the looks of that. I'm liking the looks of that a lot. Maybe we'll do there. Let's fill in this first one first, and we'll see exactly how it works. Just surround. And this will be good for wall breakers exactly as intended. And I'll cover it at the end and sort of do hypothetical wall breakers from different sides and sort of look at how they would likely react and how the defenses would hold up against them. But for now, let's see how this looks. Come on, just drag the walls. Not cooperating. Not cooperating at all. Take these and put them there. Oh, 1 in. Why did I do that? That was silly. Just manually correct that and put this here. No. Could I go there? No, because that wall goes there. Alright, yeah, this works. This works. I like this. I like this. You might think that 2 Teslas next to each other is not ideal, and it's in some ways isn't. It's not terrible, though. So yeah, I don't have a huge problem putting 2 Teslas against one another. And depending on how many walls I have left over, I might convert one of them to a builder's hut, actually, to be further distractionary for wall breakers. Putting builder's huts and wall breakers next to one another, wall breakers. Putting builder's huts and Teslas next to one another is actually good, because wall breakers do not target Teslas, which have not yet been deployed. So they do target, however, builder's huts. So that means that it would go for a builder's hut. That wasn't one. So say this Tesla was a builder's hut. Let's go find one. There's a builder's hut. So if a Tesla wall breaker is placed out here, it would target this builder's hut as the closest defense that was inside a wall. As it got closer, the Tesla would pop up and hopefully even zap it. Depending, so say they put down several wall breakers, though, so the Tesla killed one wall breaker, but the others busted this open. So in terms of the other stuff, though, the Tesla would now be active. So if you put down more wall breakers, now they would target the Tesla compartment, and that is as intended. So for now, I'm not going to do that, and that looks good. All right, and this goes here, and this goes here, and let's work on this. So I can leave this out; it's optional. I'm thinking about including it though for now. I would likely include it down here on this side. Right here, I'm thinking. I'll include it because I can always pop it out later. And include it for now because I want, especially for air defenses, them to be spaced out evenly around the sides. And that looks good. Now let's check out how long I've been going for. This video I've been recording for nearly 20 minutes, but our troops are not even done yet. Oh, but they're getting close, so time to queue up our replacements. So, giant replacements. And that. I still have extra minions, so there's that to be aware of. But we're much closer. We've got goblins and we've got wall breakers as normal, so that's beneficial. And those archers and those giants will start completing. And as soon as it's done, I'll go on the offensive once again. So this time we're working the nitty-gritty, and I'm not quite done, so let's try to finish that up before I attack. And then it's just a matter of dragging walls into place. And I think I'll actually do some of that off video so you guys don't have to watch it. But how to place these last few defenses, and then the Teslas, and then the Teslas. Tesla will probably go either here, or this corner. Actually, I'm thinking that I might just put this air defense, or these air defense out, and the archer tower in its place, because I don't really have a good way to put the archer tower where it was down here. So if I enclose this with walls, that'd be right here. If I put a Tesla here, yeah, that could be good. So let's tentatively put this Tesla that is under construction right there. And then builder's huts, I've got 4 of them, so let's start placing them as well, assuming I've got the walls to deal with them, and I should. I should have the walls to deal with them. One fun thing I can do is leave an empty hole, so I will have 4 Tesla holes, and people would either potentially think that I have 4 Teslas if they aren't quite so smart, or if they are on the smarter end, they will think that they will not know that where exactly the Tesla are, so they won't be able to tell the weaknesses of my base quite as well. Unless, of course, the Tesla's upgrading, in which case they'll be able to tell. And let's bring this over here. And that can go there, assuming I can find the walls to cover all that. Alright, so I think this is looking really good. I think I'll do some of the walls off video, but for now, it is time to go on the attack. So giants are finishing, and we've got our guys queued up. Let's queue up a couple more guys behind it. So about 15 guys will be good. So I'm getting relatively close to my gold target. If I hit 2 million gold, I can build a Tesla. Go from level 3 to level 4 on a Tesla, which is a very slow upgrade, 8 days. But it'd be nice to get it started. I've got a free worker to do so, and I'd probably start it right away. I would look at, yeah, I would start it right away for sure. I would also look at when stuff is finishing up to make sure that the Tesla is exactly what I want to do. But gold is our target. We are down in spells because I burned those spells to get rid of them last time, but that's alright. Also, we do not have our builder's huts, and I think our clan huts might be partially full. So overall, we're not in an ideal situation, but I think our army composition should handle Town Hall 6s and 7s especially well, and lower 8s. I think we're going to be good against those. This army composition is not going to be good against Town Hall 9s. Searching, please, load. Alright, there we go. Against Town Hall 9s or better Town Hall 8s. So there is that to be aware of. Always be aware what your current army composition can deal with. It's not just about finding the matches, it's about finding the match that suits your army. And the match that suits my army also is going to have to require some gold. So it is always balancing gold as well as those other things. Now, this would be very fun. With only 1 defense on the inside, this is a poor base. For many reasons. Also, wall breakers would be particularly effective because it would take only 2 wall breakers, actually, if none of them died, to bust through all 4 of these walls. So that shows you pretty effectively how terrible this base is. Unfortunately, it's really poorly laid out. Ah, well. Or unfortunately, it's really for such a poorly laid out base, it doesn't have enough loot. So, yes, I'm going to skip it. So you might have noticed that that loot count was actually about equal in terms of gold to what I stole from the previous base. But on the previous base, I always had the chance of getting more. So I always look at the potential and what I think the chances of getting that full amount are. And if it doesn't matter how easy a base is to take out, if the max loot is less than another base, that you might have a riskier time attacking. Basically what I'm trying to say is I'd rather 1 star or even 0 star and raid a Town Hall 8 or 9 base that I can't beat and not get all of their goals if they have 200,000 gold, because that means I could steal, if I can steal 100,000 gold, I would go for it. I would rather do that than attack that Town Hall 9 base, which was terrible, and was very confident I could get 70,000 gold, which was 100%, because I would rather go for the 100,000 gold with the possibility of having more. We are looking for the right combination between what we can attack and what we have army composition-wise, and you know what, this actually might be it right here. So something that's really nice about this is the 2 gold storages are very close together. That means we can attack just from the top right and take it out. Another nice thing is these mortars are relatively low level, so they won't one-shot our units. So I'm liking the looks of both of those things. Another thing that makes me like this base is that they've only got 1 air defense and is on the bottom left, which means minions will be very effective. Alright, all that combined definitely means we're going to go for this. Not quite the hugest loot, but not bad either. So, able to place an archer attacking that to check for clan castle guys. There are none. So, I meant to not place that there, but we're going to place minions instead. So these minions shouldn't be shot by anything and should be able to do some free damage. Alright, let's go in. I'm just going to play all my giants because they're going to be finishing up anyways. And a couple of barbarians, but the main thing is going to be the archers. The minions should help out. And let's, as soon as these guys break in, I'm going to send in, no, not a minion, a wall breaker. That wall breaker should go towards the center, and hopefully it didn't just die in that mortar. Nope, it didn't. It got hit, but didn't die. And go for that. Send in the goblins to get the gold, and we should be looking pretty good. Need to decide if I want to attack more heavily to go for the elixir. There is a wizard tower there protecting it. Maybe if the giants go over there and distract the wizard tower, I'll do it. Yes, so the giants just distracted the wizard tower, so I'm going to send in the rest of my goblins going for the elixir. So as long as the giants stay alive, the wizard... of course, then the wizard just died. Then again, it's alright, because we were able to get that one, and we got able to get the second one. So you know what, it worked out. My intention was to send in the goblins while the wizard was distracted. It stopped being distracted while... before the goblins actually got there, though, so that wasn't quite successful, but we still got it, so it worked out in the end. Now, I could attack a bit more to get 1 star if I wanted, and yeah, I'm going to do that. So, not only are these gold mines just free and just asking to be attacked, attack the gold mine, thank you, that by just getting 1 star, we'll be able to keep boosting up our trophies, and actually this base is worth a good amount of trophies as well. Just getting 1 star will result in getting 10 trophies, so that's cool. I want trophies just so I can keep getting up a little bit higher, so I'm not seeing quite as many Town Hall 6s. If I can just see Town Hall 7s and 8s, that'd be ideal. I don't want to be too high, because using this army composition that I'm trying out, I'm having a good time with it. It means I can attack in different ways pretty easily, and yeah. So that right there is 1 star. And let's end it, and head on home. Get some bonus loot. Doesn't matter too much. That is about 2.5% of what we actually stole, so not huge. Still matters, but not huge. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. We are here with this base, as you can see. I will do some walls off video, so you guys don't need to sit through me dragging walls, but we'll be back with something that's actually often overlooked, and that is how the outside buildings tie into your overall defense. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I'm putting out Clash of Clans videos every single day. If you guys already are subscribed, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your ongoing support, your likes, your comments, your watches. I really do appreciate all of them. So thank you very much for that. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Have a great day.